I think like one of the core like philosophies of our team is we absolutely love deleting code and like taking like and just deleting features. And
Nice.
that I think that's like by design somewhat because of this exact issue because you're like you there's like a phrase that it's like unhobbling the model, right? Like it's like basically it translates to let the model cook, right? Like that is the centerpiece and the showpiece here. And the harness is really just about providing the model with the tools that allows it to cook, as opposed to like trying to steer it in a way that's like unnatural or like steer it in a way that might be redundant in a few model releases. So an example of that is like when Cloud Code first came out, we had like a bunch of tools. We had like the LS tool. We had that was literally just for listing files. We had a few other tools that were just like very file system specific. And then we realized that we don't really need any of these tools. Like we can just like literally just give it the bash tool and it like will know it can just do all of these things just through the abstraction of a bash command. So we stripped them all out and we like, okay, we don't really want this in here. And just gave it the bash tool. And it still is able to do the same exact things, maybe even better than before. Just because like it understands the concept of bash so much better than a tool that we invented and gave to it. So there's like other kind of fascinating examples of like, how much harness is too much harness, right? I think like that's a question that kind of I think everyone who's building AI apps is kind of asking. And there isn't a clear answer. I think it just kind of there's a balance. It's more of an art, really. It's like you got to balance it out because you want to be useful now to your users,
Hmm.
um, but at the same time, you want to be able to uh, adapt, and you want to be really agile, so that if the model changes tomorrow, you can just like rip out entire pieces of your code base and just like do something else and just let it cook. Um, so that's always like hooks. I don't know if you've kind of used Claude Code hooks yet, or
No,
but
tell me more.
they're like they're like a feature that allows you to kind of hook into the life cycle of Claude Code. And what I mean by that is, let's say you want to, a simple example is like logging, right? Like you want to log every single tool call that Claude Code makes as part of its like operations. So
Hmm.
you can create a hook, you can register a pre-tool call hook, or I forget what the actual name is, but like that's effectively what it does. Is like it's a piece of code that the harness runs before each tool call. And that piece of code is provided by you. It's provided by the user. So you can have a bash script, or you can kind of have any kind of code that takes in some parameters for like what tool is being called, what's the context before that, and a few other pieces of information. And it can return some information back into Claude. Like it can like disallow that tool, or it can like steer it in a certain way. So it's like, it's a very flexible system that kind of makes Claude Code a little bit more deterministic,